Hello, welcome back to episode 4 of the Gingerhead Men podcast.
Wow. Episode 4.
We've
Kind of crazy.
made it this far. So we wanted to come up with a unique topic for this episode. Last episode, you might recall, we did Marvel. Hopefully you all enjoyed that episode. And this week we thought we'd do something very different. Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals. That's very different.
I know, it's not related at all.
Not at all. Okay. So Marvel Rivals is a 6v6 hero shooter. And if you don't know what a hero shooter is, that's when two groups will fight using unique different heroes that have different playing styles, different abilities, and you're all trying to work towards one objective. A good example of this is Overwatch, of course, but recently Marvel Rivals has come out, and that's a pretty good hero shooter, which we're going to talk about today.
That sums it up very nicely. Thank you, Connor.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with Overwatch at all, as you said, it's the same thing. Of course, they have their differences.
Yeah.
They both do some things better than others, I'd say. But overall, gameplay wise, it's pretty much the same. There's two main game modes. There's like an escort, a payload kind of thing. Like you got a wagon that you got to defend and transport. And there's a capture the point kind of King of the Hill style.
Both of which are fun.
I like the King of the Hill one better, personally. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know really. I like both of them pretty equally, but if I had to choose one, I might choose the payload.
Hmm.
I like moving through the map. It's pretty fun in my opinion.
True. Yeah, you get to see more of the map. My thoughts on that are just if you're defending against the payload, like you gotta run across the whole map every time to get back to the action, and
Mm,
it's a lot harder defending than it is transporting it.
it is true.
Jeff the Landshark, he's definitely become the mascot of this game, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I think officially so, honestly. I feel like they've been pushing him out more and more
I
as
think so.
people have been using him.
He is cute. He's like half shark, half dog for anyone who's
Hmm.
not familiar.
Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't familiar with the owner. It's Gwenpool, right, Logan? You told me
It
that.
is. He's had multiple owners,
Hmm.
Gwenpool, Deadpool, Kate Bishop.
Oh, really? I didn't even
Yeah.
know that.
But Gwenpool, I believe, was his original owner.
That's pretty awesome. Now, do you play Jeff the Landshark?
I have not. I think I tried him in practice mode once.
He's pretty fun. He's a fun little dude.
I know people like his ultimate. I'm sure, we'll talk about specific characters, but since we're on Jeff the Landshark, his ultimate ability, he kind of makes a big whirlpool and sucks in all the players, and then he can spit them out off a cliff or something to kill all the other team.
Yes. And you can get your teammates in too, but you can throw them away before you jump off.
And I believe if your teammates are sucked into it, like they're invincible for the time being.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it can be a tactical advantage depending on how you use it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, since we're talking about characters now, it's pretty much a perfect segue to go into talking about characters. And it's important to mention too, we don't really have any notes for this. We're kind of just bantering back and forth right now. So
Just like in Marvel Rivals.
exactly,
You never
perfect
know what's
segue.
gonna happen. You just
You
you
go
just
with it.
you just go with the flow and try to win. And you can quote me on that.
So Logan, I want to know, who have you been playing the most so far in Marvel Rivals? What have you been vibing with the most?
So I very much wanted to be a Wolverine main, and I to some extent am, but he's hard to play, at least for me. He's very melee focused, up in your face, which can be hard when a lot of the other team has, guns and bigger, stronger characters like
Mhm.
Hulk or something. Like, yeah. So I'm not great with them, but I'd say my overall favorite is Psylocke.
Psylocke, and she's one of the 2 5 stars in the game, right, for difficulty?
She is.
Do you think she's that difficult?
She's definitely got a learning curve to her, but I feel like I've gotten the hang of it.
Mhm.
Now, I don't think I'm great at the game by any means. I've just her move set is appealing to me. She can
Mhm.
kinda turn invisible to escape from a bad situation. She has range, so I can not be right in the middle of everyone hitting on me.
Mhm.
So it kinda works. Her ultimate's good. It covers a big area and just kinda automatically hits anyone in that area.
Yeah, which is always pretty nice.
So, I don't know. I've gotten used to her abilities, and I like the kit overall.
I mean, the if you like the kit, then that's the most important part if you're having fun, as long as you're having a blast. Do you have any tank mains or support mains right now?
Yeah, so the characters are split into 3 classes. I don't know exactly what word they use, but
It's Vanguard for tank, it's Duelist for DPS, and then it's, oh my gosh,
strategist.
Strategist for support,
Strategist for
yes.
support. Yeah. So all the characters fall into one of those 3 categories. Most of them are duelists or damage. Most people tend to like to play those just because there's more variety. But you definitely need some healers, and having at
Yes,
least one tank is kinda important in most scenarios.
I would say so too.
I have not found a tank that I like yet. I've played some Captain America. He's probably my favorite tank, but he's hard to use. And as far as strategists, the support, I have taken a liking to Loki. I think he's the one I've played the second most after Psylocke, just mainly because people don't go support, and I'm like, okay, I'll play support.
I mean, Loki, in my opinion, seems pretty hard. Of course, you do have the copy ability, which is pretty nice for his ultimate.
That's been very useful. I look for a Scarlet Witch and turn into her. Her ultimate, just anyone nearby dies instantly.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's like a bomb, which is pretty good for a team-based shooter when everyone's together. Captain America, I've also tried. He's pretty hard as well, and I don't really know how his ultimate works. Honestly, I just know he leaves a trail of America behind him.
I think he just gets stronger. I'm not sure.
He's got to buff the teammates too. I think in some capacity, and I have read it. It just hasn't stuck with me.
All right. Enough of me yapping about characters. What characters do you like playing?
Sure. So I'll go off with like my. I don't really play Duelist that much because I feel support in Vanguard. I love Star Lord. He's pretty much the most basic character in the game. Think your Soldier 76 for Overwatch, basically, or your Mario for Super Smash Brothers. That's what Star Lord is in this game. But he has a really cool ability where he can, dodge a little bit, and when he dodges, he reloads his guns immediately, which is pretty nice. And also, his ultimate is auto aim, auto locking, and stuff like that. So he gets to fly around and shoot people pretty easily in the game, and that's pretty nice when everyone's moving around frantically and stuff in the game. So he's my DPS main. Logan, have you tried Star Lord yet?
I have tried him in practice mode. I don't want to fall in love with Star Lord because he's kind of your go-to character, so I don't want to
I mean,
step on
I've
toes.
I know it doesn't matter to me. If you should play whoever you want to play, and then I usually fill. So I actually enjoy filling because it gives me variety most of the time. So yeah, it's pretty fun. In terms of my Vanguard for right now is Doctor Strange. He's basically Reinhardt with projectiles. If I'm comparing to Overwatch, which I'm doing a lot, which I probably shouldn't be doing.
Hey, they're like I said, they're the same game.
Pretty much, yeah. But with Doctor Strange, he's pretty fun. He's got the big shield, he can float around, which is fun. And his move that's been pretty going a little bit viral right now is his Marvel Sparkle Circle. I don't know if you've seen those videos, Logan, but what Doctor
Yeah.
Strange will
Oh,
do
they're
is
all over.
yeah, he'll put a portal. I haven't done it yet, but he'll put a portal at the entrance of the enemy base usually, and then put another portal off into the distance where you just fall out of bounds. So people will just walk out of the spawn zone and then just die instantly. Which I don't know. I don't feel like that's totally fair, but
But on the other hand, the portal doesn't last forever.
no, it
The
doesn't. You're
team
right.
the team doesn't have to jump into it.
No, it's yeah, it's pretty interesting. They just jump out immediately, and then the whole team you get a team kill, which
Yeah.
has basically been happening. And I've also seen people counter Jeff the Shark with it, which I don't know how they do that. Um, Essentially, they time the portal perfectly, so when Jeff jumps off the edge, he's actually jumping into the portal, and then into an area where Doctor Strange can then destroy Jeff the Land Shark, which is pretty cool, but takes some crazy coordination.
I have seen there's a lot of combos of people using the portals with other characters.
Yeah.
I've seen like he'll open a portal right on the entire enemy team on the
Hmm.
King of the Hill mode, and they're all on the point, and then Wanda jumps through and just wipes them.
Yes, and I've also seen Iron Man, and then what's even a crazier combo is, there have been instances where, the Doctor Strange has had Loki and one of those characters. So the Loki copies the
Mm.
character, and then they both use their ultimate at the same time.
I saw that with Punisher. It was
Oh,
kind of
really?
crazy.
Yeah, it's a crazy combo, but yeah, I mean, in those, it's Doctor Strange's actually really hard to coordinate. Basically, you kind of need him. He's easier to play if you're playing with a team you're in voice chat with. I would say
Right, being able to actually communicate it.
exactly. Yeah, precisely. Uh, Precisely.
Precisely.
Yeah, but in Vanguard 2, I've been trying to play more Vanguards too. Like I played Captain America, and Thor was actually pretty fun too. But Thor's really just a big DPS character for the most part, but he's fun. And then my actual main is Cloak and Dagger. So Cloak and Dagger is a lot of fun, and it's the only character in the game where you can switch between Cloak and Dagger. So it's kind of like two different kits, which is pretty awesome. And you're a healer, and I love healing, so it's fun. Um, but yeah, Cloak and Dagger's fun. And then when you're Cloak, you can also vanish your team to protect them from ultimates and stuff like that. Think like Zenyatta. I know Zenyatta is being compared to Adam Warlock right now, but um, with Cloak, you can do the same thing where you vanish for a little bit, and then but if you shoot, then you get exposed. So it's not that great, but for some instances, it's good. But I like Cloak and Dagger the most.
Am I right in thinking that Zenyatta was your main in Overwatch?
Yeah, Zenyatta was my main in Overwatch.
Okay. I thought so.
Um, Zenyatta's was very fun in my opinion. So I do have to try Adam Warlock, but it's he's a little difficult for me for some reason. But um, try him again soon, eventually. But for right now, it's Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is really fun. Again, DPS is Star Lord, and then Vanguard's Doctor Strange.
And it's kind of good that this episode is right after our last episode, our Marvel fight episode, because most of the characters that we had in that episode are in this game.
Hmm.
I know Nightcrawler's not in it. Scarlet Witch is in here, Magic is in here, Wolverine's in here for my picks.
Oh yeah, Star Lord, Doctor Strange, Rocket Raccoon. Um, Ant Man's not. Ant Man's not in here. And did I say?
No.
I don't remember if I said
Spider-Man.
Spider Man, but Spider Man is in the game.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're.
you're
Go
just
ahead.
missing one and I'm missing two. I'm so happy they put Magic in. Magic's getting the recognition she deserves now.
Yeah, and I mean, like some characters which I don't even know about, like Cloak and Dagger, never knew them, but now I want to learn more about them, which I think is good for the game and the community.
Yeah, it's not just using the super popular the Captain America as the Iron Man's,
Which
Spider-Man,
they
of
do have.
course. Yeah, they gotta have those. I mean, they're classic, but they're throwing in some of the lesser knowns. I mean, you had no idea who Psylocke was.
Nope,
I
I did
remember.
not. I still barely know who she is, but I'll learn more.
I'm sure not everybody was familiar with Squirrel Girl or Jeff the Land Shark. I mean,
Yeah, like who's Spider Man? Like seriously, what other characters do you want?
Oh goodness.
I can say one if
Hmm.
you want.
Sure, go for it.
I want to see Drax.
Drax would be good.
Now the question is, would Drax be a vanguard or a duelist? I think he because he could act like Thor, I think.
Yeah, I think Vanguard.
And it would be some much needed vanguard, which is very
It,
true.
yeah.
And of course, if you do add Drax, then of course you need to add the rest of the Guardians. There's already Mantis, Star Lord, Rocket, and Groot, and Adam Warlock too. So add some more Guardians. I love them. Guardians are some of my favorite heroes. So
Throw in Drax, throw in Gamora, throw in Nebula, maybe some
no,
more. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, just throw everyone in there. Why
Cosmo.
not?
People are wanting
Oh,
Cosmo.
yeah. If they put Cosmo in, I will go crazy.
That'd
Cosmo's
be
so
cool.
cool. I don't know.
Telekinesis, you could like throw the enemies around or
Oh,
move your teammates around. Definitely,
well,
I feel like
yeah,
that's a support
yeah. Strategist, 100%.
strategist.
I don't know. We talked about this in the last episode. I think is the Guardians of the Galaxy game, and Cosmo is in that game, and Cosmo is so good in that game. So much fun. I just thought of something. What if they had Howard the Duck?
Oh God.
That'd be so great. I would love that. I just thought of that now because he was in Guardians 1, I think. He made a cameo appearance.
Yes, he did.
So let's see it. I want to see Howard the Duck.
And he's been in What If almost as much as Captain Carter.
Really, I honestly have not watched What If that much. I should probably watch more of it, but I just
Eh,
haven't. It hasn't really piqued my interest, to be honest.
the first season was pretty good.
That
I
was
haven't finished season 3 though. So
oh okay. That was with the Marvel Zombies, right? That was the one with Marvel Zombies, the first one.
that was the best episode in my opinion.
Oh, okay. This is the last season, right? Of What If?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought it was doing pretty well. Or they're just running out of
Apparently
ideas by now.
apparently too, I saw in the credits of the last episode they have just like concept art of different ideas they had. Like, what if Thanos went through the Weapon X program instead of Wolverine?
Oh, that'd be
Like,
crazy.
they had Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh, that would have been such a good
I
episode.
know. They
The
had
pr-
so many cool concepts and they
yeah,
didn't use them.
the the problem is, I mean, like they have we're getting so off talk, but that's fine. It's a Marvel episode. Who cares? They have so many different things they can go and do, but they're stopping it here. I wonder. I really wonder why. Unless the viewership has like dropped dramatically. Do you have any other things to say before we get back on topic? I guess.
Hmm. No.
All right, back to Marvel Rivals. I did want to bring up one thing that I saw today. Um, well, two things. With Marvel Rivals, they're doing a bunch of tie-ins with I think Marvel Snap, Marvel something something, and another app. It's like Puzzle Quest or something. So they're tying it in with other Marvel games, which is good. But also, they did a tie-in with Fortnite. I didn't know. I don't know if you knew that, Logan.
Yeah, I know they had the Doom 2099 skin,
Yeah, it's the one I'm talking about.
and I think they also had a glider that you could get for playing a certain
Yes.
amount of Marvel Rivals.
Yes, which is I mean, a collaboration I didn't see coming. I think it's probably more internal than we think in terms of Marvel and stuff, just Marvel getting the word out there, but
And Disney having a high stake in Fortnite.
yeah, it's pretty I don't even know. It's very high, right?
Yeah, they own a big portion of Fortnite. I don't know how you word that, but
A very large portion, yes.
yeah.
They have a lot of stakes and a lot of say, which is probably why they got there was Samurai Batman, and now there's also Samurai Darth Vader and a clone trooper samurai. So,
There's
I'll
The Incredibles and Pirates of the Caribbean and Captain Hook and Cruella and
yep,
Maleficent and
yep, more to
Baymax
come.
and
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I mean, I got we're getting soft. It's fine.
they should add
Godzilla coming too.
oh my god. They should add Baymax to Marvel Rivals. He's technically a Marvel hero.
Is it because he just had a Marvel comic, or did he show up in the Marvel universe?
He was a Marvel comic. I'm not sure how much crossover there was.
So that means, in technicality, there could be a xenomorph in Marvel Rivals if we're getting into the technical stuff.
Uh-huh, I guess.
And then also Predator. Predator can also be added technically.
Throw John Wick in there, I don't know.
Is he in Marvel Comics?
Probably not.
Oh.
He's in Fortnite, and they had Marvel Comics.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but the Xenomorph actually had there was an alien comic. I know that for I think a fact. I'm pretty
Well,
certain. And there's also Star Wars comics, so could we see Darth Vader show up in Marvel Rivals? Who knows? But I mean, I
uh,
wouldn't mind Baymax to be honest.
would it be Baymax's comic version, though? He's a, like, green dragon monster.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
I
is
didn't even
not
know that.
he is not the white puffy blob in the comics.
Oh, you were talking about a different one entirely.
No, I was talking about the one from the movie. I think he should be in Marvel Rivals.
Me too, me too. Um, I think it'd be fun to have Baymax would be a strategist though, 100%, or a Vanguard that can heal, or a strategist that can be a
Ooh,
tank.
a
Dual
Vanguard that could
class?
heal would be cool.
I feel like that'd be a little a Vanguard that, like minimal healing here and there. I think that'd be good. That'd be sick. So yeah, let's add Baymax officially to the list, and why not a Xenomorph too? I want to see a Xenomorph, so I get to add the Xenomorph.
Hey, if Injustice 2 can have Hellboy and Ninja Turtles and Sub-Zero, then Marvel Rivals can have a Xenomorph.
Let's go. I'm very happy about that. Didn't Mortal Kombat have a Xenomorph? And it also had
It
Ghostface
did.
and
Yeah,
a
I keep
lot.
forgetting Ghostface got added.
Yeah.
I love Ghostface. Let's just, you know what? We've gone off topic. Let's
Uh,
just keep the train rolling.
this is Marvel Rivals plus other stuff.
Marvel Rivals and Friends.
Yes, yeah, there we go.
So I love the Scream movies. I had never seen any of them. And then my friends, Johnny, Johnny, and
I
Brian,
do.
Sam.
No one else probably. Well, some people might know them
Some people
that are
shout
listening.
out shout out to those guys, I guess. They're like, "We're going to see Scream 6 tomorrow. You should come." And I'm like, "Oh, I haven't seen any of them, but okay." And then I binge watched pretty much all of them. I
Scream's
skipped the
very
third
good.
one.
I've only seen the first three, but they're very good. First one's incredible. If you don't know what's gonna happen
I kind of had a big spoiler that I already knew about the first one.
from six.
No, I just knew from the internet.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, I watched 1, 2, 4, and 5, and then I went and saw 6, and I still haven't seen 3.
Oh my gosh.
But
Three's okay. I didn't really like it to be
I
honest.
I basically I didn't have time to watch all of them. I had to cut one, and saw online that the third one was the worst one, so that went away.
Man, we you know what we gotta do? Horror movie episode.
Horror movie episode, that would be good.
I don't watch a lot of them, but I watch Alien. It all
Uh,
circles back on this podcast. Speaking of Marvel, what did we play
Marvel.
yesterday?
We played Magic.
Whoa!
Whoa.
So even more off topic. What if Ghostface got to go into MTG?
Whoa. I would okay, I would buy all the secret layers. Ghostface. Hey, they had Chucky. They had Ghostbusters.
They did have Chucky, they did have Ghostbusters, and they're having SpongeBob. So
Oh my god, I keep forgetting about that one.
I'm excited for that one.
I,
100%.
I know you are.
And we do have to circle it back. So you want to fill them in on the end of your Marvel Secret Lair extravaganza?
True, the update.
Yeah, it's a good time.
All right, so back in our magic episode, I told you guys about my secret lair horror story, but it only gets worse. But it might have a happy ending. I believe where I left off was I was just waiting for my cards to get here at some point. The day after we recorded that episode, I got them in the mail. And I opened it up and I was all excited. And as you may recall, I ordered one of each of the 5 superhero sets. So they sent me the Wolverine, Black Panther, and Storm, no problem. And then they sent me 2 Iron Mans and
Wow.
no Captain America.
Guess who has one of those Iron Man secret layers now? This guy.
Yeah, I wrote to them and it was kind of a pain, but they sent me the Captain America for free. Thank you, Secret Lair. You fixed the problem. And then yeah, Connor has the extra Iron Man and I got my Captain America and all's well that ends well.
I would like to note I did pay for the Iron Man, so technically Logan got money back or got one for free.
I made a profit. Did
You
I
did not make a
immediately
profit.
did I immediately spend the money you gave me on a single magic card? The world may never know.
Well, it was a cool looking card, so
Allegedly.
allegedly, yes, allegedly. We will never tell if Logan got that doubling season with the goose art on it. Did we
So
mention that part?
this game's also got Venom in it, and he's a pretty popular character.
Yeah, Venom is in this game.
uh,
This has devolved.
this has gone somewhere.
But that's fun. That's the fun part of it.
We're still on pop culture. We're still in the realm of the
Yeah.
Gingerhead Men podcast.
Yeah, this we let's think of a title right now for this episode.
Okay.
We should
Marvel
name it
Rivals,
Mar-
Scream, and Magic Update.
Marvel Rivals Screams for Magic.
Uh,
That's such a weird title. Let's not do that one.
I was trying myself to come up with just the longest, most boring title I could think of.
I mean, you could also do Disney Presents Marvel Rivals plus, including Secret Lair, Marvel Rivals, blah blah blah, Scream plus Xenomorph, Alien, Predator, all the sorts, and more.
Plus Brian and Johnny and Sam.
Yes, which maybe you guys will hear from in the future.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Foreshadowing. Subtle foreshadowing.
exactly. Now let's talk about one more thing. I think we should talk about one more thing since it has devolved a little bit.
One more off topic thing.
No, this is on topic.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel about the MCU skins in Marvel Rivals?
I think it's a good decision and they should add more.
Wow, that was pretty easy. I don't like them.
Really?
No, I love the Marvel Rivals base skins more. I want to see more creative stuff, see stuff from comics and things. But it is good to have the MCU skins, though.
I I do have to agree that 99% of the base skins are really cool. They had great takes on them.
Are you saying 99% for one reason?
Then there's Wolverine.
He's got his jacket, He's going to
uh,
classes or something. I don't know. It
I
looks
mean,
like he's going for a
he is a
walk or something.
teacher
Yeah, that is true.
a lot of the time. No, I definitely didn't buy the MCU Wolverine skin.
I mean, you didn't like the regular skin, so it makes sense.
And I want Wolverine. Wolverine will be my main.
Mark my
Same
words.
same with Magic. Going into this before it released, like the week leading up to it, I'm like, Magic will be my main. I will play nobody else. I will only be Magic. I'll try Wolverine, but I will only be Magic. I suck at playing Magic. I don't know. I couldn't figure out how to use her
You
well.
just gotta
So
practice.
yeah.
That's all you gotta do. And we're not playing ranked right now. When we play, we do not play ranked. We're not
No.
going for the gold or the ranked stuff. We're going for fun times with the boys. Let's be real.
Exactly.
And we're gonna continue to have fun with Marvel Rivals. And I think this has been an episode that has devolved a little. And, I think this is the good time to close it out. What do you think, Logan?
Um, I think this episode's definitely gone somewhere
It has gone somewhere. And you know where it's gone?
off the rails.
No, it's gone only up. This is peak right here.
Peak
Just like One Piece. Let's
cinema.
add in another thing. I'm at episode 1018. Gets better. I cried. Episode 1015. I cried. And that's to go off the rails just a little bit more.
Wow.
Yeah, great episode
That's
though.
how whatever number you said, more episodes than I've seen.
Have you seen the Netflix one?
I it's on my list.
You got to watch it. It's only 8 episodes. 1 hour each. It
True.
covers mostly all of the Romance Dawn and Arlong Park, which are two amazing arcs. It just leads
The
everything up.
the romance dong.
No, Romance Dawn.
Right.
Oh my gosh. All right, and with that, I think it's time that we head off for the night. Logan, do you have any closing words / arguments that you want to say before we leave?
Um thanks for being patient with us. This episode, it's a little shorter than the other ones, a little more chaotic, a
Definitely.
little less focused, but
We'll be better.
hopefully hopefully you got something out of it and you enjoyed it anyway. I think this episode was hopefully pretty funny.
Maybe. I have no idea. But I think you and me had fun. So that's all that matters.
I agree.
But next episode, maybe we'll have a guest. Maybe we won't.
Or maybe we will.
I thought I said that.
Or maybe we won't.
All right, just take my lines that totally aren't written anywhere. So maybe we won't whatever. I'm done. I can't even talk anymore. Anyway, as I look around my room, I don't know anymore. I'm looking at Legos. I'm looking at Magic cards. We have a lot of topics we can talk about. I know, Logan, you did mention that you want to do a Lego episode. I'm totally down to do it. I will talk about Legos forever. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Logan, you want to close it out?
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.